Hey guys, welcome to AfroPolitical TV, where I discuss political and social stories across the continent of Africa. In today's video, I will be telling you 10 things that Africans need to know about AKoin, and you will see why it's targeted towards Africans in particular as we go through the 10 things. Let's get into the video. So I just wanted to add that most of my references for this topic are YouTube videos, seeing as AKoin is still in its genesis stage and there isn't really much study on it because it still hasn't been fully implemented yet. So I will still link all those YouTube videos down below, but there isn't as many academic references as usual. Whilst on a panel for the AIBC summit, Akon spoke about being unable to convert Senegalese currency into euros during a trip to Paris. Senegal, which is where Akon's roots are, is a former French colony, and the French are the creators and printers of Senegalese currency. But in Paris, he discovered that CFA was not worth anything in France, and it was at this point that Akon decided that Africans needed their own currency. So, what is AKoin? According to Akon, AKoin is a financial system that allows people to barter and trade skills and knowledge. It is a cryptocurrency powered by decentralized blockchain technology. Now, trust me, I know, if you're an economy illiterate like myself, then you're probably looking to exit this video, but don't, because I literally went down a YouTube rabbit hole trying to understand this, but I believe I've got the basics, so I'm going to try and break it down, but feel free to comment and add some more information on this topic. So, when we do everyday transactions, normally we don't get to see where the money goes before it ends up in the recipient's account. So let's say I wanted to buy some groceries for the week. I spend £35 at the supermarket and I use a Visa debit card. My money will not go directly to the supermarket. So once the payment has been authorized, my bank will take the money, then they will transfer the money to the merchant's bank, the merchant being the supermarket, and my bank will receive a fee. Then the supermarket's bank, Visa, and the supermarket will get a certain percentage of the money that's left. Now, I've really watered this down for the sake of this video, so I've included links in the description box where you can find this in more detail. So with this Visa payment, there are lots of middlemen assisting with this payment, but the entire process is powered by Visa and everyone acquires a fee. Now, what Akon wants to do with blockchain technology is to take out the middleman and go straight from buyer to merchant. So in other words, he wants to develop a decentralized and transparent system. So, blockchain technology. It enables moving digital coin from one individual to the other, but differently, the process is a chain of transactions. So with AKoin, there's a network of people and everyone in the network can see the money available and transactions that have been made. Each transaction creates a block, thereby giving the users a digital identity and giving that transaction its own unique identity, or a hash, I believe they call it. Finally, it's an open ledger and everyone can have a synchronized account of that ledger. Now again, this is really watered down, but there are links, so please feel free to check them out at the end of this video. But we have a lot to get through. We're only on number 2, so I want to move on as swiftly as we can. So if you're still with me, please click the like button and comment below with a thumbs up. So, who is it for? Well, the reason why this title speaks to Africans in particular is because Akon says this currency will be targeted towards young African entrepreneurs. Over 70% of people living in Africa are under 25 years old, which is crazy. So it's not a surprise that his target audience are young Africans, because that's literally over half the population. On the 13th of January 2020, Akon tweeted that he had finalized an agreement with the Senegalese Minister of Tourism for the construction of his own city, Akoncity. Smart, right? So this city will be the first to be a cryptocurrency-based city with AKoin as a local currency, which could be converted into other cryptocurrencies. He hopes to have this city ready by 2030. So, how can young African entrepreneurs access this? Well, there will be a DApp available in which entrepreneurs can learn, earn, spend, and save. And on this platform, there will also be other cryptocurrencies in which AKoin holders can convert their currency. Now, with regards to the value behind the currency, AKoin will be taking advantage of an informal mobile phone minute system that already exists in some African countries. They will be using minutes, phone minutes, as currency, as some people already use minutes to purchase goods. They say that this will be a gateway into learning about cryptocurrency. In addition, one of AKoin's partners, Connect, intends to digitalize medical records of its AKoin users. So this DApp will be tested by 100 AKoin ambassadors who will be on the ground using minutes to make purchases and so forth. Now we're going to look at how Akon says this will benefit Africans. Making transactions could potentially be 100% tax-free. Akon also calls it banking the unbanked. As you know, in order to obtain a bank account, you need ID. But this system will create a unique digital identity for you. Also, it's less susceptible to fraud due to the blockchain technology making it safer, which makes it easier to access your money. So how could this potentially be limited? According to the Council on Foreign Relations, in 2019, only 40% of Africans have access to the internet, with 20% of the number being in Nigeria. In order for Africans to access this service, they require a smartphone and internet, obviously. On average, the cost for just 1 gigabyte in Nigeria is $2.79, compared to $2.33 in Rwanda, $3.63 in Ghana, and $5.99 in Gabon. Now, if we take Nigeria, for example, where 1 gigabyte is $2.78, minimum wage in Nigeria is just $82 a month, 30,000 naira, and many people do not even make minimum wage. So there will be accessibility issues, but I understand that this is a solution to just one problem and they can't be expected to solve everything. But what's beneficial for them is the fact that Africa will continue to grow and continue to develop. So essentially, their market will continue to grow, and there's nowhere else in the planet like this. So this is a great opportunity. Funding. So just like ALA, apparently this is being funded by the Chinese. Now we know that Akon received a $1 billion credit line from the Chinese for ALA, but it remains to be seen how much funding has gone into AKoin. Again, I've spoken about Chinese involvement in Africa, and I can't seem to mention African development these days without Chinese involvement. So please check out my first video where I spoke about Chinese-Nigerian relations over the past 50 years. Really interesting, but this seems to be a recurring theme. So we're going to see how it plays out in the future. According to Akon, you will be able to purchase AKoin at kiosks where you would purchase minutes. So this will make it more accessible for its users. So, lastly, what is Akon's vision? Ultimately, Akon sees this as being the only African currency in the future in an attempt to unite the continent. He also sees this as a way for young entrepreneurs to gain independence from their governments so they can take their lives into their own hands. So, what do you guys think about AKoin? Do you think it's a great idea? Do you see any issues with it? Like I said, I am economy illiterate. Well, just a little bit. So, I can't really understand the full scope of it. So, I'd like to see what you guys actually think about it. Comment down below so we can have a bit of a conversation and so I can actually learn a thing or two. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned 10 things about AKoin and why it may or may not be important. Let me know, are you currently using AKoin? Will you be purchasing AKoin when it becomes available? And what do you think about Akoncity? Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.